What is going on, everybody? Doing another video, and this week is Independence Day. We've got it coming up on Wednesday, July 4th, and I'm really excited. You know, I love the United States of America. I love this country, love everything it stands for, and I'm always excited to be celebrating our Independence Day. And today, because of Independence Day coming up, I want to give all of you independence from joint pain. Now, I hear from a lot of different people, and one of the most common things I'm hearing from men, particularly who are getting above the age of 35, is that they're dealing with lots and lots of joint pain, and it's getting harder and harder to lift weights. It's getting harder and harder to do everything that they want to do because their joints are giving them a lot of pain, and they're not moving like they should be. Now, for one, I just turned 39 this year. I'm going to be 40 just under a year from now, and I can't believe that. But despite the fact that I had a lot of injuries when I was younger, when I was a teenager, I had a reconstructive ACL surgery. When I was in high school, I had a couple of scopes done on my knee. When I got out of the Marine Corps and I got back from a deployment, I had to have my ankle on the same leg reconstructed. And despite the fact that I've had those surgeries, despite the fact that that ankle reconstruction should be, that's my laundry going off, that ankle reconstruction should be limiting my ankle flexibility and ankle mobility, I'm still able to do very deep squats. I'm still able to move. I'm still able to do jujitsu. I'm still able to run, and I'm able to do so without joint pain. Now, why is this? I've been doing heavy lifts for a very, very long time, not lifting as heavy as I used to, but I was doing them for decades. Why am I able to do this without joint pain? It doesn't have anything to do with my training. It has everything to do with my diet, okay? And that means following an anti-inflammatory diet, really paying attention to nutritional density, and paying attention to my digestion. And I want to emphasize this in this video. The most important thing, and I'm talking to you young bucks just as well as you old bucks like me, the most important thing in your diet, more important than the amount of protein you're eating, more important than your macronutrient ratios, more important than whether or not you're in ketosis for you keto people out there, is whether or not you're able to digest your food, and whether or not your digestive system is optimized, right? And that means that you're operating without an inflamed digestive system. And you have to understand this. If what you're putting in your body, this is complete common sense, what you're putting in your body, if you can't digest it, you can't use it to build muscle, you can't use it to nourish yourself and make yourself healthy, and you can't go without doing damage to yourself. Anything that you can't digest, anything that passes through your intestinal tract that you can't digest, will cause damage and inflammation to your entire body, right? And so why is that? Because the digestive system is kind of the center of everything, okay? It's not just a tube that goes out down your mouth, out your butt. It contains a large portion of your immune system. And because of that, if anything causes perforations, if anything causes damage down there, the inflammatory cytokines, these inflammatory proteins, they can travel to the rest of your body. And as I said in one of my videos last week, that could lead to inflammatory damage to your testes. It can kill off your Leydig cells, inhibit your ability to produce testosterone, but it can also make your ability to move your joints a living nightmare, okay? Because I wasn't always able to move like I am now at 39. Back when I was in my late 20s and early 30s, being super inflamed because I was consuming, 10 very, very low digestible meals a day, because I was a bodybuilder. I didn't really care much about my digestion, didn't really care much about anything that was going on with me, except for getting huge. My joints were killing me, absolutely killing me. But now that I really pay attention to my digestion, that has made all the difference in the world. That has made all of the difference in the world as far as my ability to move, my ability to be healthy, my ability to think. All right. So number one, take care of your digestion. If you have questions about that, I'm putting a link to an article below that I wrote for T-Nation. It's called Bad Digestion is Killing Your Testosterone. I lay out everything that you need to know as far as fixing your digestive tract. Number two, make sure that you're consuming an anti-inflammatory diet. That means not loading yourself up with a bunch of omega-6 fatty acids, not loading yourself up with a bunch of sugar. All right, omega-6 raises inflammation in the body. You need it. You need some omega-6 in your diet. But by far, those of us in the Western world, we consume too much of it. All right, so you want to, this is one of the reasons I've been talking about eating organic grass-fed beef for years. And people always poo-poo me. They're like, organic, that's a scam. Grass-fed, that's a scam. All right. And yes, it can definitely be a scam. It could say organic on the label, but not really mean anything. But you want to really try to find yourself some grass-fed, grass-finished beef. If you can afford it, go through U.S. Wellness Meats. If you can't afford it, here's another option for you. All right. What you should be doing is really supplementing with omega-3 fatty acids, because your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio, that is what's going to make the difference as far as fighting inflammation. Omega-3 fatty acid helps you to fight inflammation. So if you're not able to eat grass-fed organic everything, if you're not able to eat wild-caught fish, if you're not able to eat free-range eggs, if you can't afford that stuff, honestly, I think, you know, as far as I go, as far as everything goes for me, since I stopped thinking that I needed to eat 10,000 calories a day, I can afford it much better than I used to. But if you don't think you can afford that stuff, at least get a good omega-3 supplement, and that's something you should spend your money on. You can get it from Amazon, Nordic Naturals Ultimate Omega. I take upwards of 5,000 milligrams a day, and it's really, really helped me a whole lot. Okay, so eating an anti-inflammatory diet. All right. Number three, make sure you're getting adequate sleep, adequate rest. All right, because if you're not getting adequate sleep and adequate rest, then what you're doing is you're basically inhibiting your body's ability to rebuild. And so inflammation is going to continue to, because you need inflammation to kick off your recovery. But if you're not giving yourself a chance to recover, inflammation is going to stay there for a while. It's going to stick around, right? And so you really want to make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Make sure you're getting that 7.5 hours to 8 hours of sleep a day, all right, a night. And then also make sure you're incorporating at least 1 or 2 rest days a week. It doesn't have to be you sitting on your butt, lying around or anything like that, but you should be, you know, having some days where you're putting some work into rest and recuperation, working on your mobility, working on, you know, doing some of that Kelly Starrett, supple leopard stuff, you know, working out that scar tissue in your muscles and things like that, going for walks, getting outside, getting in nature, right? Because there's more to life than just being in the gym. You should be getting outside. It's summertime, enjoying that sun, getting yourself some tan going on. It should be awesome. All right, so that's my take for today, guys, and I will be back at you later on this week with another video. Make sure you check that article out from T-Nation below that I wrote last week. It really goes into detail as to everything you should do to optimize your digestion and things that you can do to lower inflammation, protect your hormone levels, and protect your joints. All right, I'll be talking to you guys soon.